Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please hit that like button. Let me know if you can hear me coming across in HD. Welcome to Andrews, the podcast. Thank you for tuning in again. Let me know if you can hear me. Why am I not hearing this? Oh, because I got it turned down. And let me know if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Thank you. Welcome, man. Hey, as y'all come in and hit the like button, Go ahead and hit the like button as you roll in here, because tonight, you know what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna say the N-word. That's racist. You can't say the N-word.
No, you cannot. But I have a message to Georgetown County Council. Just like please, as you come in, hit the like button, man. And Georgetown County Council.
Are you stupid or something? Almost as stupid as a stupid does.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Stupid as stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid as stupid does.
Y'all get yourselves on in here. Get yourselves on in the building. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to go through, and we don't have a lot of time to do it. So just come on in here. Jump in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Y'all know what the topic is. It's the Andrews High Gymnasium takedown. You see the title. If assuming Georgetown County has the citizens of Andrews' best interest at heart is a grave mistake, party people. I'm talking about a grave mistake. You're looking at photos of, this is the old gymnasium. A lot of memories going down right there in that hot box right there at the old Andrews High. That was taken down today. I guess it's still in the process of it. But I really need to give you guys the backstory on what that's all about. You got to look you got to peel the onion back sometimes, and you got to question things. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, I'm gonna take you back real fast. Okay, we're gonna go a little trip down memory lane. Now, if you've been following me for a minute, and if you haven't been following me, hit the follow button, please. All right.
Okay, so we have the demolition of the old ice house. I think we all remember the ice house where we get our fresh fish and probably whatever you need for it. This thing was built in 1939, we believe, and here it is in 2023. It served its purpose and it's coming down. So I want to say thanks to Mr. Creel and his team for responding to the town and working with us to, again, to help beautify our city. This is just one more obstacle out of the way.
All right. And again, if you've been following me, you remember, man, there was a lot of excitement around that. A lot of memories came up about the ice house. And then I came back and I did a report on 2 piles of trash being left on that site. And 2 piles of trash were a result of some steps not being followed when it came to DHEC and the demolition of, these properties, these buildings, and these things like that. And so, which brings us to Andrews High School, the old Andrews High School, which has been the topic of conversation because of the EMS situation. And, on yesterday, I posted some, this photo right here. And in that photo, you can see the gym, the old gymnasium that we're talking about right there. And that gymnasium sat there for a long time. It sat there for a long time, and just sat there. Okay. Now, couple things about that gymnasium. It sat there, and if you've been there for homecoming, you came and rode by, you saw it there. It was just sitting there. Well, one of the crazy things about the fact that it was just sitting there is the fact that gas was still hooked up to it. Now, let me slow down a little bit. You probably read today somewhere on Gab News where there was a gas leak. They stopped it, and everything went, everything kind of went, everything was hunky-dory. Everybody was safe. Everything was okay. That was the report. I'm not even going there to read it. I read it one time. Then I read the update. Okay. Well, that's not exactly what happened. Okay. So let's remember how I started, and I said that there were steps not followed. Well, let's pull up this here let's pull up this website right here. We're going to walk through why I'm saying to you that Georgetown County does not have your safety or any of these other things at heart. One of the issues with the ice house being torn down is because whenever you tear down old structures, and this is per DHEC, this is not per Welcome to Andrews the podcast, this is per DHEC, right? Let's pull up this and you can go to the DHEC website. Let's get it up on screen here, add it to the screen. All right, and let me move myself down here. Okay, so let's walk through this, and I'm not going to bore you with just reading the whole thing, but I want you to get an idea of where I got my information from and where I'm coming from with what I'm saying. Okay, and you see here it says renovation and demolition. It says you must notify DHEC of renovations and demolitions. Okay, prior to removing regulated asbestos containing material, and I'm almost sure that building, the gym, in the part where the bathroom and all that stuff was at had asbestos in it, but that's another thing. Anyway, containing material. Written notification, which is an application, I do have that, must be submitted to DHEC up to 10 working days in advance, depending on the amount of asbestos to be removed. The notification must include certain required items of information about the owner, the contractor, the facility, and the asbestos removal project required. Required fees must be submitted along with the notification. You must obtain a permit from the South Carolina Department, from the department prior to the renovation activity. And along with that, you gotta get with that permit. Once you get that permit from DHEC, you gotta get a permit from the place where you're gonna be tearing this down, which would be the town of Andrews. Also, you need to contact 811. Okay, what is 811? You see this, that people will say, you'll see signs where it said call before you dig. 811 is the number that you call when you're letting when they come out and they mark the lines, where they mark water lines, gas lines, fiber optic lines, just different kinds of infrastructure lines that they got buried throughout wherever you know what I mean. You see this, you see that in your yard. I mean, and in your in certain communities where they just tell you, hey, look, call before you dig, right? All right, let's move this off the screen because we pretty much then. I'm not gonna stay on, like I say, in that whole reading process. Just follow along. Go to DHEC and look it up for yourself. Now, they didn't call 811. There's no record of them doing that. Okay, and evidence of that is because, again, I said. Gab News reported that there was a gas leak and they patched it up and everything was good. Well, that gas leak was it was open. That gas was emitting for at least 30 minutes. Okay. And whenever things like that happen, like there's a lot of things that's in place. This building was just sitting there. So the question is, why is there an active gas line to this abandoned building? There will be a FOIA request about the account, about the activity, about how this process went down today, because there has to be documentation in place. So whenever these types of things happen, and I want y'all to think about Palestine, Ohio, and the possibilities, man, because this thing could have really, that gas would have ignited. And how long was this hooked up? Who was supposed to unhook the gas? You know what I mean? To this building, right? So none of these proper things were followed. Okay, no proper crisis management. If that thing had exploded, you're talking about Keystone Cops. You're talking about people would have been, because the proper chain of events just never took place. Okay, and there needs to be a full investigation into this. Okay, because not only did the gas situation, okay, there was no permit filed from DHEC on this. There was no EMS on the scene. No EMS ever arrived on the scene. Okay, it was 30 minutes or more after the leak happened, right? And thank God it didn't explode. Okay, before Dominion could even be on the scene to get that. But Gab News is not going to tell you all of this stuff, right? Because again, so when you're talking about proper management, shout out to Andrews Police Department and Fire Department. They were on the scene. I know for a fact Mr. Rob Stamper was on the scene, putting his life at risk. There wasn't no the community wasn't warned. The EMS never showed up there. And again, the asbestos situation. That's why they stopped them again from from removing the rest of that trash from off the site where the old ice house was, because they needed to test it. Okay. Now, what is this? Why was all this done? Why all of a sudden they went out and they tore down that building? Okay. And there's an answer to that too, because Andrews is being used, right? They're gonna have a training. They tore the building down in that fashion so that the rich people from the east side of the county can come over and do a training in a how is it characterized? Let me get it right. Hold on. This stuff is unbelievable when you're hold on. I don't want to get the how they characterized it. Okay. And you got people that's walking up to that site that taking pictures. And guys, be careful over there, because nobody told you about all the gas that leaked out over there. Nobody told you about the asbestos threat that's there. And this is your emergency. You know what I mean? This is your emergency whatever department. That's again, no ambulance was there, no citizens were, like, hey, got a gas leak over here, be on the lookout. None of that happened. Okay. And there should be a full investigation into why none of that happened. All right. And they just left it, they just left the site. So, because it don't matter. And why again, let's get back to why were they doing that? Andrews is good to be a hurricane shelter for, like I said, those the rich and famous from the east side of the county. The building was left like it was so that it could provide a training. It's going to be a training for the emergency department on makeshift disaster ruined area. Like, you know, they're going to do training at this site. And so they're going to tell you, oh, it's safe. Okay. Just because they got the badges, just because they got the titles, they not right. But the Freedom of Information Act is going to be used on this situation, definitely. And to the people of Andrews, again, you need to ask questions. Okay. Your county officials, your county representatives, again, are Everett, Carolina, and Raymond Newton. And for those of you who want to go back and forth with me about your interpretation of how things should work as opposed to what is actually documented, I would say to you that if it blows up, it'll kill you too. Okay. The reckless and the carelessness of Georgetown County is gonna kill you too. Again, shout out to the Andrews Police Department and the Andrews Fire Department being on the scene to make, to help secure the situation, to try to get some reason, because there's no plan in place, because they went knocking it down. How did you not know the gas was not on? And oh, my bad. That's how Palestine, Ohio happens. That's how these type of things happen. So y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. If you like the information that I'm putting out, please hit the like button. Please encourage your friends to follow. Okay, because this is I'm coming with this type of heat right here. This is the type of heat we're gonna keep on these county and these city officials. Okay. Because these other agencies, they're not going to do the work. They're not going to do the work. They're going to give you a quick story, catch a quick views on it, and then they're not going to do the follow up. They're not going to do this is a public safety concern right here. You were dealing with I'm talking about a catastrophe. My brother lives a couple blocks, not even a block away from that, where that happened at. What system of is you know what I mean? What kind of system does Georgetown County have to warn its citizens like, hey, there's a gas leak in the area like that? And I know you say, well, it happened in Andrews. How can Andrews react to things when they get the call, hey, we got a problem over here? That's when they get the call. That's when they know what's going on. Because I'm asking them, I'm like, hey, y'all saying this here, but how do you expect people to respond to stuff like that? And you think I'm being biased? It's an unfair game, and it's all about that Black River. But we're gonna get into that a little deeper too. Y'all don't lose. Keep your binoculars focused. If you got family members that's on that block, you reach out to them and find out if they know what happened on that block today. And to illustrate what I'm talking about, this is how they left this. This is how they left this site today. Okay, so that they can come down and train. I mean, wouldn't a hurricane hit the beach first? Why couldn't they tear down something on the beach? And it's like, you don't get to not go to DHEC and do this kind of stuff. They find residential people the same thing. And on that site, you can pull that site. Let me put that site back up there real fast. Okay. Same thing with residential. So these old houses, you know what I mean, that we want to get knocked down, we better get ourselves educated on this stuff first. Like I'm backing my way into it. Like, come on, man. Really? The podcasters is getting this kind of detailed information right here. Residential demolition. Let's look at that. All right. There's certain restrictions. The demolition of a private residence containing 4 or fewer units, single family home, duplex, is exempt unless the following conditions apply. The demolition is a part of a larger commercial, blah, 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 blah. The point is, Georgetown County didn't go through the proper steps. They didn't call 811. They didn't call before they dig. And they almost killed people. And it's okay. It's, hey, man, Bo, that was a close one right there, Bo. That's how much your life means to them. Good evening, Ms. Palmer. What happened today? Let's get a little recap right here. Is first of all, Ms. Palmer, hit that like button, and then we're gonna go over the recap. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Don't hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, Ms. Palmer, so we can get the recap going. Okay, there you go. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you for hitting that like button, guys. And so, Ms. Palmer, what we're talking about is the demolition of the old Andrews High School gymnasium, where we rock teams at over there for a great number of years. This building right here, okay? And I'm talking about, and this is a good picture right here because this side of the building is where all that asbestos was. And we're talking about the fact that there was a gas leak over at the school, and nobody. What's going on, Fab? How you doing, brother? There was a gas leak today that was reported by Gab News in Georgetown, and he just kind of brushed over the situation. And it was a very, very, very volatile situation that went on at Andrews High School, the old Andrews High School gymnasium today. And you're looking at photos of how it's left. And the reason why they did this is so that they can have a training of disaster areas where the rich folks from the east side of the county come over and train. Because I promise you, nobody from Andrews is going to be involved in this training, as if we don't need the training also. But that's just how business is done. And they did not get a DHEC permit from DHEC. And because, you know how I know they didn't get a DHEC permit? Because they didn't get a permit from the town of Andrews, which they would have took that permit that they had to register for from DHEC and give it to the town of Andrews. And then they did not call 811. The reason why I know they didn't call 811 is because they dug up a gas line. Scott Harper reported it as if it just, it happened and then it was patched up right away. But there was a gas leak for 30 plus minutes before Dominion could come over and cut it off. Now, what's crazy about that is the fact that there was still gas going to that building. So there was a bill associated with that building. So your tax money is being used to pay for the gas that was going to a building that was abandoned for a number of years. Okay. How many years exactly? We'll find out whenever we get the Freedom of Information Act on the accounts of today. So there's going to have to be a reckoning because it happened today. And so they So they the situation spun out of control today. There was not any proper, there wasn't no proper crisis plan put in place. Okay. No EMS ever showed up. It was only Andrews Fire Department and Andrews Police Department that showed up on the scene after they were called. Okay. And this was after the work was going on, and then boom, they hit a gas line. Again, the question is, there needs to be an investigation into why the gas was still on over there on an abandoned building. Who was at fault? Was it Dominion or was it the county? You know what I mean? A lot of questions need to be asked. Where are we at? Where are we at? So, and we're just trying to figure out as to why, why and how this is possible. Now, this also is an indicator because the other buildings that I showed you, okay, these buildings that they got the FDA money from some time ago, back in 2015, according to that article, and they never did anything with this building, but who knows what they did with the FDA money and monies. And these buildings are slated to be torn down next. Okay, that's why the move. Remember, I told you I saw somebody taking stuff out of that, out of the EMS building, and yeah, USDA funds, and that old EMS building, the one that we went through. You go back a couple nights ago, and I got the GPS pulled up and all that. That building is slated to be torn down next, okay, which is a indicator that the county is moving ahead. There's that move of EMS is going to be a permanent move, okay, and that move is again, that move is slated to happen. Shout out to Miss Jerry Davis and Miss Jerry. You know, I realize what happens whenever I'm just realizing what happens whenever I see your comment there. Ms. Davis is that's one of the day oneers right there. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's what's going on. Again, Fab News asked, why was they not fined? Because the situation literally took place today, and so it's an ongoing situation. Because again, the questions are being asked, like why, where was the permit, you know what I mean, Again, I don't know how these procedures totally work, but I do know where to find information and put it out there for you guys. I hope you enjoy that. It's been a long day with this pollen in the air, the bugs. Let me give you guys a pest control tip real fast, because I've been having people ask me, hey man, what can I do about all these mosquitoes? They say, can you kill the mosquitoes? And I said, just drop a bomb on them, baby. One of the things you could do around your home is to walk around your home and dump any kind of standing water, any kind of little shower that comes through. And that means that you probably need to dump your bird bath regularly. It could be something the size of, this is exaggerating, but a little top off of anything, and it'll make sure there's no standing water. That's one of the things that you could do. And yes, Miss Palmer, I can treat your yard. I absolutely can. Thank you, man. Let me drop a bomb for you real fast. But the question to Georgetown County and the EMS people, and this is all to bring, my man Brandon Brandon, I don't know why this had to be you, but I guess you wanted to make that rank. And my question to you guys in Georgetown County is,
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid is as stupid does.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Stupid is, stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
that's just the question. Again, man, y'all hit that like button. If you're just coming in the building, we're talking about what is going on, current situation that happened today. And again, I'm gonna run you back, Ms. Palmer. If you was following, I know you've been following for a minute, long time, supporting me like that. So check it. If you guys remember me.
Okay, so we have the demolition of the old ice house. I think we all remember the ice house where we get our fresh fish.
Y'all remember when this happened, right? And every, we were on Saturday, progress, and looks like and all that other good stuff. Well, one of the things that happened when this thing happened, and let me get it off the screen because we've seen enough of it. One of the things that happened was that the work was stopped. It was 2 piles of trash. You ride by there tomorrow, you'll see it. 2 piles of trash that's still there. And the reason why they were stopped because some steps weren't followed. DHEC needed to be involved because of safety issues. Like, I really can't speak to the asbestos because I'm not well versed on that, but it's a bad thing. And I guess somehow it can get airborne. And there are steps that you're supposed to be taking to there's some steps that need to be taken to mitigate that being put into the atmosphere. Again, I don't know. I know there's a process. I know that much. And the processes weren't followed. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay. I think Alex Murdoch just proved that. So dismantling this good old boy system is going to take, some real work. Okay. Again, shout out to Miss Jerry Davis, Big Rig Kids coming up real soon. That is, let's see, what did I do? That's coming up. But anyway, Miss Davis will be on this week. Again, I'm gonna send you that document tomorrow, mañana, and although the names will be blotted out, and I think I want to bring a couple other people in on this conversation so we can have like a round table on this very touchy topic that I think conversation needs to be had. Again, I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? It's we getting long day. The bugs are not stopping. They're coming out. Again, those mosquitoes, which can do March 18th. Absolutely. Thank you, because I don't have it queued up. March 18th. It's going to be at the Howard Gymnasium, and that's in Georgetown, South Carolina. Go back yesterday's. If you go back and watch yesterday's broadcast, it'll definitely be on there. Again, shout out to Miss, and I'm tracking these people on Facebook because I'm petty like that, Miss Sabrina Marshall. And y'all sitting there talking about why is the mayor not, I don't know why the mayor's not doing whatever. Come to town hall and ask the mayor why he's not doing that. Okay. Don't ask me about what the mayor's not doing. Okay. It's not my job. Okay. All right. It's welcome to Andrews, the podcast. I'm just presenting something. What I'm doing is I am going to show y'all the cases being proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a plan to destroy the town of Andrews because of what's coming to Black River. I don't care that you don't understand what's coming, but it's in the making, as my homeboys used to say. Okay, so that I love the trolling on Facebook. Okay, Miss Marshall. Matter of fact, let me give y'all some airtime right now. Sherry Lynn, you know what I mean? You think it's sad? Why is not the mayor, town council? Oh, I'm sorry. And then I just kind of half read it. So Sherry Lynn, I'm sorry. Maybe you. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. You gotta be crazy to write stupid stuff on Facebook, and I'm crazy.
I'm gonna say the N-word. That's racist. You can't say the N-word.
Yes, I can. I can say Nicaragua, Nickelodeon. But yeah, the rich people coming over to do, they're gonna destroy. Oh my goodness, man. They coming over to play rescue and do all this other good stuff. And I don't know, man. Yeah, Sabrina Marshall. Hey, Sabrina, I heard they got places in Georgetown. That's the thing. If it's like, wow, man, I would just move, y'all. But that's just me. I wouldn't move. Man, listen. But what you're not gonna do is yeah. Oh. I'm just not in the business of dealing with the slowness now. We in a critical time now. They moving, right? So if you are an investor and you're looking to invest in someplace, look toward Andrews, South Carolina. Okay, look toward Andrews, South Carolina. They can't stop it. All right, but they don't want you to be a part of it. That's the whole thing of it. You know what I mean? If the powers that be could have it their way, Andrews would have lost its charter already. DHEC would have already placed it into conservatorship, meaning that somebody else is running your stuff. The fact that a lot of you don't understand where the town was and where the town is, that's just, you know. But it's free for you to find out. I mean, ain't nobody stopping you. Hey, you can come on here. We can talk. If you be nice, I'll be nice. But if you don't be nice, I won't be nice. Mainly because I got issues. I'm just keeping it real with you. Like, I got issues, man. I got issues.
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
I got, like...
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
I'm like the kids when they say, y'all all cap. You know what I mean? The cap, Citizens Against Progress. You know what I mean? Y'all cap. That's what it is. And give yourself a round of applause, man, for hanging in there with me tonight. I appreciate y'all. It has been a fun ride. And I want to shout out to, again, man, the #1 sponsor. So welcome to Andrews, the podcast. And that's going to be the Sound Mixers out of Atlanta. All right. If you're really serious about getting it done, go follow her on Instagram right now. Sound Mixers of Atlanta. Go to Instagram and follow her right now. She's from Andrews, South Carolina. All right, she's major, boom. And like I said, I talk to Oprah people every day, and I'm only saying it because it's true. So y'all shout out to Sound Mixers of Atlanta. That's why we sound so good. That's why we sound so good. Keep it one boing for you. What is us? What's up there? What's next? What's next is
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
that's for you. What's the name, Sabrina?
I'm gonna say the N-word.
No, you're not, Sabrina. You're not gonna
Racist.
do.
You can't say the N-word.
You can't say that because if you do, Sabrina, this is gonna be you.
I'm joking. Stop! 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 Stop the break! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Absolutely. It's amazing how D-Heck also showing up when something good is happening. But if the county is blowing up the town, it's a no-show. You better understand that now. All of these agencies are run like that. They just don't want me to talk about it, and they don't want you to know about it. Okay? That's the thing. They don't want me to talk about it, and they don't want you to know about it. So y'all make sure y'all always hit that like button, share, ask your friends, hey, follow, give my man a follow. You know what I mean? Give him a follow. You know what I mean? He kind of hard to look at, but I think he be saying some stuff. And we're gonna check it because there needs to be an investigation. Let's stay on track here real fast. Let's close this up and let's wrap this up so we all okay. Let's click up. If you can't make it to county council meeting, then let's do an online party. However we got to do this, okay? But the way things spun out of control today in Andrews, there was no plan. Because they went doing it without even having. I mean, man, listen, anytime you engage in some kind of high risk thing like that, you need to have certain things like right on deck, standing there, boom, right there beside you, because it's Newton's law, not Raymond Newton's law, but Newton's law. You know, the other guy, the other Newton, Raymond's cousin. And that's what happened today. Thank goodness. Give them a round of applause. The Andrews Fire Department and the Police Department for being on the scene today to make sure that this thing did not spin out of control any farther than it did. No EMS showed up. There was no notify the public. No beep, beep with your phone. You know what I mean? None of that. None of that. None of that. Okay? And if it had gotten out of like blown, it would have hurt. You know what I mean? If it would have just like, I don't know how bad it would have got, but it would have killed blacks, whites, Mexicans, anybody hearing my voice that was in that area, and that thing got out of control and blew like however, I don't know. I guess it was dangerous because they had to, you know, Andrews Police and Fire Department was there, so. And then I saw where people were just going up, like taking pictures, like up on the scene, like walking up to it, which means that it's not properly secured now. What if a stray dog or something or a stray cat goes up there and breaks its ankle? Oh, they'd be concerned then. Talking about you get Gab to come down and do a breaking news. Fido broke his leg. Scott, we was doing good. You did good. You did good. They must have roughed you up. They must have roughed you up after you after you did that report on Brandon. And I know the truth now. You and I know what's going on. Okay, you didn't really do that report now, but let's act like we don't know. All right, that's between me and you. Okay, me and you and the author of that article. Okay. But nah. Here's a number that's a fact. 70% minority community. That's Andrews. Minority being black. I don't care for the minority word, because there ain't nothing minority about me. There ain't nothing minor about me. Straight major. 70% major. So we're not the minority. We the majority over there. We need to start acting like it. That's what they don't want you to do. And the potential is there. I saw it Saturday. I watched it Saturday. I looked at it in town Saturday. I said, man, what if we can get the bike? Because what happened to that young lady on that bike is a symptom of lax regulations, because it's us, okay? And these people able to come into our neighborhoods, sell us all their products and treat us how they want to treat us. What is the county doing? Has there been an investigation done on overall all of the pumps around the county? Around the state. Said, man, if they all pull up on Georgetown County Council like that, first of all, it's gonna scare them, and it shouldn't scare them. It should not scare them. They should be like, man, hey, the people coming. But nope, not Georgetown County Council. Right up on Andrewstown Council. Let's find out what's going on. Hey, what are we doing to crack down on these gas stations for this, so that this doesn't happen again? And here's one of Andrews' own, Chris Rock. That's my boy, providing cover right now. Now we're worrying about what he said about Will Smith slapping him. One rich person slapping another rich person. He gonna be more richer. You can turn on the TV, or you can just open your eyes and look around you, like what's happening around you. You don't got to look on TV in Palestine, Ohio to see corruption, to see, I mean, it's right there. If you just look, if you ask. With all the churches that's in the town of Andrews, and I don't know how many churches in Andrews, there's nothing that shouldn't be done, because all the faith that should be there. "24 churches in the town of Andrews." I mean, you can go to church every hour. That'd probably be a good idea for any pastors, like do a 24-hour prayer just cycle, just, you know, one church pray this hour, you know, everybody take an hour, like that sounds crazy, don't it? Well, how crazy would it have sounded if that whole block would have exploded and they'd kill a bunch of people over there, and they had no EMS, they ain't had no trained people there on the scene, they ain't had none of that, because that was that close to happening. They didn't warn anybody, they didn't evacuate anybody. Like, by the time MSNBC, CNN got here, a lot of y'all be dead dealing with these goofies. That's one thing I'm going too far. It's time to get off. Hey, listen, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Hit that like button on your way out if you would. It don't cost nothing, I promise you, and it helps to get this information out. Okay? Please hit that like button. Ask your friends to follow me, please. Okay? And again, Georgetown County.
Are you stupid or something? Almost as stupid as a stupid does.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Stupid is, stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does.